Seattle Pacific is a university on a mission to engage the culture, change the world. When it all comes down and theory meets practice, how are SPU students actually engaging? What's changing? Welcome to Urban Involvement. In the next few minutes, we'll meet one of our site partners and a student team leader dedicated to serving this organization. We hope you'll catch Urban Involvement's desire to experience and express God's heart for the city as we discover how SPU students and friends are engaging the culture, changing the world.
My name is Portinga, and I am the Oasis Children's Ministry Urban Involvement Ministry Team Leader.
All right, and I'm Erynn Hart. I'm the Oasis Director for Shoreline Free Methodist.
As the team leader for the Oasis Children's Ministry, I act as a go-between between the volunteers that come through SPU and the church. So I work with Erynn, and I plan when we're going to come on Wednesday nights, what we're going to be talking about when we're here, like the lesson that we're going to be doing. And I recruit volunteers to come to the site with me. Volunteers work in small groups of kids. So the kids are broken up into groups of maybe 3 or 4, and the volunteer really works with that group. And they really get to know their kids, and they really build relationships with their kids. And they know their kids enough to say, how was your week? How was your interaction on the bus with this person? Because we prayed about that last week. How is that working out? So it really works on building relationships and pushing kids further in using their faith in their life and acting on it. And it really pushes the kids to do that. And so a lot of it is just building relationships, holding kids accountable for things, and really just investing in kids.
And so we play games or do dramas, like we have kids act out how they would apply the day's theme. Like if it was trust, they would do dramas about trusting God or trusting others.
And then from there we end with a game. We normally play a game called the vegetable game, in which you cover your teeth with your lips like this, and you pass a vegetable around. And the kids love it. It's our favorite game. We've played it actually every week. Even though we try to play other games, we always end up playing the vegetable game.
A lot of the kids here have parents whose small groups meet at the same time as Oasis does, and so both the parents are upstairs in a small group, kids are downstairs in Oasis. But we also have some kids who came to our BBS this summer and have been coming because of that, or in years past they've gotten connected to our church through that. We do other outreach events, like next week we have our Harvest Carnival, where we invite basically the neighborhood to come and play games and get candy and wear their costumes.
But one girl, her name was Rita, and she was obsessed with pigs when we first came, and she wouldn't stop talking about pigs. She wouldn't sit down, she wouldn't listen, she wouldn't do anything. It was all about talking about pigs, talking about Bobo the beaver, and all this kind of stuff. So it was more along the lines of Katie and I stressing out, thinking, we don't know what to do with Rita. We don't know how to get her to listen. We don't know how to get her to sit down. And so we met with Jerry, who used to be the director of Oasis, and we said, we don't know what to do with this situation. We can't handle her. And Jerry said, what you need to do is you need to pray for Rita, and you need to take her aside. You need to tell her how important she is in this program, and that she can make a difference if she really listens and really puts forth effort into the lesson instead of into pigs. So we sat down with Rita and we said, Rita, you are very important to this program, and if you listen during this class period, everyone is going to learn something new. And so Rita, having this new sense of authority in herself and thinking, I am very important, she started changing a little bit and started realizing, I can answer questions. I am actually really smart. And we found out that Rita is the best reader that we have, and that she is very insightful. So Katie and I started to draw that out of her. And then last year, which was Katie and my second year, we saw a lot of growth in Rita as far as her taking the initiative to ask hard questions, her taking the initiative to answer questions by herself, her taking the initiative, I would love to read, I would love to volunteer to do this. So it was a good realization for Katie and I that each kid has their own talent. And if you give them a chance to express their talent instead of their misbehavior, that's a way that this child can grow and further into their own development and their own maturity. All of a sudden, if you give them responsibility, if you give them value, if you give them worth, then the kids step up to where they can meet their potential. And it's just amazing the way that these kids can blossom.